Welcome to Todd's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 29th, 2026. My dog wants attention. I'm giving him attention. Some reason he's eating my floor. My floor is wooden, and now I got two holes on my floor. It's not deep holes, but why does dogs eat random things? My dog won't stop eating random crap every single time. But ladies and gentlemen, we did get a lot of things happen on NXT, a lot of surprises. They did change Mike Santana's name to Cruz Montana. Some people are not happy. People want to see Mike Santana, not Cruz Montana. But ladies and gentlemen, it's still the same. He's still the same guy. They're talking about TNA, what he done in TNA, and all that stuff. So it doesn't look like his character is going to be it's not going to be something different, because it sounds like he's going to be the same character. But at the end of the show, we did hear from him talking about what he wants to do as a new WWE superstar, because the last time he was in WWE, he was part of TNA, and he tried to be something in the WWE, show everybody what he could do. Now he could do that because he's in WWE, and he doesn't have to cross the line. So we will get to that when we get there. But ladies and gentlemen, to start off the NXT show, Grayson Waller showed up. And he's pissed because he knows that his career was dying. Because we haven't seen him for months. I think the last time we saw him was having a match with Obafemi. I think he had a match in main event a couple of times. But on TV-wise, he had a match with Obafemi. I believe that's the last time we saw him, when he wanted an opportunity. I think this was after the whole New Day got released. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's talking trash about how his booking was. He's upset and all that stuff, and he was dressed as going to funeral, and he did mention the New Day. It's a new day. It's a new day, so he's going to try to change himself, and he came back to NXT to get to the NXT title. He talked about Austin Theory. When he said, when I first came up to the main roster, I was cooking, I was winning, I won championships, I had a WrestleMania match. But after this whole thing, I lost the tag titles. Austin Theory went to Raw and went to this Vision. And he says, all these guys, they're good in the ring, but they suck at the microphone. And then he talked trash about NXT stars, the men's division mostly. He talked trash about everybody, all the independent wrestlers, all the old NXT stars that have been in WWE for years, like Tony D'Angelo. And he talked about the newcomer, Cruz Montana. Montana, something like that. So he had a lot to say, and he's talking trash about everything. And there's one of the crewmates telling Grayson Waller, Shawn Michaels doesn't like what you're saying, so you need to leave. But Grayson Waller says he's not leaving. You tell Shawn Michaels he doesn't like me telling the truth. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Grayson Waller's mic got cut off, and he says he doesn't need a mic. He grabbed the cameraman and started yelling at the camera, and what is going to happen there? So Grayson Waller left. Robert Stone is trying to get Grayson Waller back to the building that he could talk to him. And let's see, I would tell you guys more of what happened on that. Did Grayson Waller come back? Tell you guys when it happens. But ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, we got Lizzie Rain versus Izzy Dame. Pretty decent match. Lizzie Rain could be the next champion. NXT Women's North American Champion. Goddamn, I got burps. And all that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, she's good in the ring. But to win that match with a little help of Shawn Spears, dressed up as a crewmate, and whacking Nico Vance with a steel chair. Izzy Dame got distracted. Buckus, what are you doing? Buckus! Go to the bathroom. got distracted by Sean Spears' attack on Nico Vance, and ladies and gentlemen, Lizzie Rain gets the win. Congrats for Lizzie Rain. And we did hear that Natty's pissed off of how she lost last week to Jada Parker, and there will be a tag team match between Carmen and Lyons against Thea Hale and Jada Parker. Looks like they're friends, and they're hugging. And I don't know if Jada Parker likes hugging. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have Miles Bourne versus Cam Hendricks for the NXT North American title. If Miles Bourne could win this match, he could, him and Tavian Heights, no Corey Cat's crew, could get a shot at tag team titles in the future. So that's only if he could retain his title. Mason Rook wants his hands on Cam. He doesn't want to wait, but Miles Bourne told him he needs to wait. But you saw on the monitor while this match was going on, Mason Rook didn't want to wait. So he ran outside the ring, and Tavian Heights tried to stop him. All Tavian Heights could do is jump on Mason Rook's back, and ladies and gentlemen, try to stop him. Miles Bourne gets the win, retains, and Tavian Heights says, "Go ahead, and it's all yours now." He lost. But ladies and gentlemen, the Swipe Right guys, Ricky Smalls and Brad Baylor, attacked Tavian Heights and Miles Bourne. Well, ladies and gentlemen, same thing with Ren. We have the same thing with Ren Sinclair. Ren wants to find out who is her next challenger, but Robert Stone says, I had to make a tournament, so I need to do that. And Zarya wants to know who's her next challenger is. So Ren Sinclair says, how about I be your next challenger? And I'll be a double champion. So Robert Stone says, if Ren Sinclair will defend her speed title against Zarya next week, and if Ren Sinclair wins and retains her title, she could face Zarya in the future for the Women's North American title. So that's going to happen next week. Zarya gets a speed title. She has the mid-card, and now she gets the extra title. But I don't think she's going to win it. And ladies and gentlemen, next week, I thought this would be a heat wave. We have a underground match for the NXT Women's Championship match. It will be Lola Bice versus Kendall Gray. I thought this match was going to happen at the other thing, at the heat wave pay-per-view, PLE. But I guess not. I guess it's happening next week. So next match of the evening, we got Burt White versus OTM, and this team with Bronco, Angel, Humberto, Daga, and Carmen, it got in the way this time. From the AAA faction that he's in, it got in the way. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Angel and Humberto tried to help. There's so many people outside the ring still. Yeah, you got Uri Connors and I think it was Stacks, right? Stacks there, and then but you still have 3 people outside the ring. You got Charlie Dempsey, Lexis Kane, you got Carmen. No, you got Ariana Grace. You have all those people. So Angel and Humberto came out and tried to help them, but Bronco he got off the apron and went to talk to them. So Price is all by himself, and he got knocked out because Ariana Grace was a distraction, and OTM lost the match. Burt Wright wins the match because Bronco is talking to Angel and Humberto. Price is not happy. Our main event is Shyla Hill versus Tristan Angels. Why is this the main event? Why is this the main event? I didn't care for this match. I don't care for Tristan Angels. He's a boring guy. I get bored of him. But yeah, the winner of that match was Shyla Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Cruz Matana. Oh my God, I can't say his name right now. So he came out and talked about all the things that he did in TNA. He's grateful what happened in TNA, what TNA gave him. He never thought he's going to go to the WWE, but now he's in WWE and he wants the NXT Championship. He doesn't want to have a spot. He wants to take a spot, and that spot is the NXT Champion. And the NXT Champion comes out. He says, "You want to take my spot? That spot is taken for the notice right now." So they had some things to say. They talk trash to each other. Cruz and D'Angelo, they talk trash. But when, ladies and gentlemen, out of nowhere, after they're done talking, because it looked like Cruz was trying to fight, he dropped his microphone, and he wants to fight. But Grayson Waller comes back, shoves Matana Cruz to Tony D'Angelo. Cruz was about to do his spin the block. I don't know, they changed the name. Spin the block, this is clothesline onto Grayson, but Grayson ducked. He hit Tony D'Angelo. And it was supposed to be an accident. What is it, an accident? We have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to know about my 2K26, I'm making my BCW really good right now. I got a whole bunch of pay-per-views now. And where I even got the weekly show, BCW, a really good weekly show arena. Because I was using the gym one. The one that's in the game. That no, you don't have to download. It's from my Rise. I was using that one, but there's no Titantron, and it's weird having people do pyro when it's in the gym, and there's fire hazard if you do that in the gym. It's like you do fireworks in the gym, and you're not allowed doing that because you will burn something. But I have this pretty cool arenas. A lot of people in communication made some good arenas. But I was trying to find like the old school BCW arenas. Couldn't really find any. So I used the 2026 that people have, BCW have, and that's what we're doing. I have the Royal Gauntlet coming on. It's like the Royal Rumble, but it's a Eliminator match, 30-bit. Because no one contender to the world title at WrestleFest. It looks like a WrestleMania arena, so I use that as my WrestleMania. So yeah. I even downloaded a whole bunch of NXT Mutiny ones. There's not a lot of NXT versions like Halloween Havoc or Great American Bash. So I've seen a lot of NXT Mutiny Extreme Rules, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell. So I did those ones. See how that works. And there's a Mutiny Rumble. How we're doing my Rumble, the world title is going to be defended in the Rumble. Even the women's world title will be defended in the Rumble. No rivalry match. It's going to be, the world title will be in a 30-man Rumble match. And the women's as well. We will see what happens there when we get there. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm having fun with my 2K. I haven't had a little problems yet with my blurry aprons. Because normally it's always my custom arenas have these blurry aprons that looks like 205 blurry aprons, ring aprons. But it didn't look like I have this problem yet. Because I have a custom NXT UK, there was no problems. I have a BCW Adrenaline pay-per-view arena that was custom. I didn't have a problem with it as well. So maybe the outage fixed it? Maybe because I could log in better? But ladies and gentlemen, I am happy. Because I thought I had to wait until today. Because you get a lot of points, you do a birthday bash. I believe there's a birthday bash today. And I was hoping that I could get Sami Zayn from the SummerSlam pack. But they have this, they have redeem award thing. They had to redeem things. So I did it. I got a whole bunch of points. And I got enough points to get one SummerSlam pack. And ladies and gentlemen, in that pack, there was Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was in the pack. Oh, I was so happy. And it was the old when it's the Sami Zayn when he first came in. He has a different theme song. Not the theme song that he has now. He has a different theme song. This is when he first came to WWE. Like in 2012. I think it said 2013. 2013. So it's like that. And I'm getting closer to Io Shirai. Because now I need two more. I just need King Booker and I need Jey Uso 2017. And I'm hoping that we could get one of them today because we're getting a whole bunch of points from the login, and we get the birthday bash. So I'm hoping we could get Jey Uso or King Booker today and get closer to Io Shirai. Why are you biting me? Somebody at the door? Yes, there is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of that. And if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for AEW results. Bye.